Hello, I'm Michael Glass from the FXcast Market Analysis team. This is our FXcast Market Analysis trading plan. In each of our videos, we try to identify high probability trading setups. We'll evaluate the gold chart to see if there's any leading sentiment. We will create a low volatility watch list, an inside bar watch list, and we'll review the economic calendar to see if there are any releases that could affect our open and new trades. As always, please send your comments and feedback to analysis@fxcast.com. Okay, so as usual, we are starting off with the gold chart, and we had our big candle here, and we're pulling back a little bit more. Of course, the main thing to watch here, as I bring in my crosshairs, is to see the amount of volume we had today. And you would think as the European and U.S. markets were, crashing, that there would have also been a flight to gold. But you can see even gold pull back in just a tremendous down move of these two markets, European and the Asian markets. I'm sorry, European and the States. So what we want to see is what we talked about. Will 1630 hold up as support as this potential pullback begins to happen? We can see now over on our hourly time frame that our volume accumulation can now be resistance at this 1660 price level. And if we scroll on over back, you'll see that we'll also have some action in that 1630 price level. And right in here, you see how it's accumulating here, a little bit more down here. Overall, we can see that the point of control over the past 5 days is down at 1613. So we are oversold. The market is breathing. Let's see what happens tomorrow, especially with the employment situation in the States. So we have a so-so gold. We had everything going on with the European market, the ECB, the banks. And so let's take a look at the pound dollar. You can see the big move down we had here. Although you could make an argument that it was on light volume. But we had definitely a big move down, and now we're coming into a support level of the 50 moving average. We may see a pause here, and you can see right in here, this is where we pause. I'll grab our crosshairs to make it a little bit more obvious for you. Buyers found value. For the past 2 weeks, this 1.625 price level to 624 is where buyers have found value. And where we bounced here is also where we found value back in mid-June. So this is a place where buyers in the past have identified value. Otherwise, we may come back down here all the way down to 1.6. So we have to be cautious. To find more analysis, we come over to our hourly time frame, and we can see we are below our long-term moving average, and we are in a buying zone. Below the long-term moving average, and we're in the buying zone, even below our short-term moving average. Who's in control? Well, right now it's saying the dollar is in control, and that's what really moved this pair down. Now, what's interesting is as you look at the actual individual pairs movement, you can see they both made moves up on their long-term moving averages. However, again, what we're saying, which currency is in control? We're seeing the dollar in control. We're seeing the divergence, which allowed for the big move, and possibly the dollar coming back down, but so is the pound. On the euro, we're going to see a little bit of the same thing here. But remember, the euro dollar wasn't even as strong, and so it's below what you would consider to be the midpoint on the range. I actually could come over here, try to grab our horizontal line in here, and let's see what happens. So you can kind of see that we may be at a support price level where we're at right now, basically at 1.4050-ish. Again, big move down. We come over to our hourly time frame, and it's going to be the same story as the pound dollar. We can see we're well below our long-term moving average, even our short-term moving average, and we're in a buying zone. Who's in control? The dollar is in control. What's a little bit different is, yes, they're both moving up, but the euro, you might make an argument, it didn't move up as strong individually and a little bit weaker And the euro again is below zero, and we had our divergence, what let us down. So the question is, we have several criteria that says that this is a place that we should pause and possibly move upwards. We'll have to let the charts tell us if that's what they want to do. Finally, we'll go to the dollar franc. And this one certainly has been in its oversold time frame. Selling volume still in control. We can grab our horizontal tool here and kind of match up our wicks here. So we can see 0.7610 holding up as support. Again, we thought that we've really made a push. It needs to breathe and come up. We did get a little pullback and then immediately came back down. And we're going to see, we can see that for a long time now. For all of August, we have been in a buy zone. So we have not made the move all the way back to neutral, to parity, or towards our long-term moving average. Now you can see here on the hourly how we started to move sideways, and look at who's in control. They're basically snaking each other. So no one's really in control, but fractionally you can see that the franc is above. So if the franc's above, we'll continue to move lower. You can say on our hourly time frame that we have, whoops, sorry. Let me grab this other tool, what I was trying to hit. You can say that we're putting in a double bottom in here at around 0.7610 double bottom, and maybe that will allow us to move higher. So we have the argument of again being at support, being in a buy zone, away from our long-term moving average. But again, we'll have to let the market tell us. As we come to our watch list, our low volatility and our inside watch list, we're not going to have anything for our low volatility watch list, nor anything for our inside bar watch list. Let's go to our economic calendar. As we approach our economic calendar, we can see a couple important things. For Italy, we have the GDP. Wonder how Italy's GDP is going to be when there's, the whole, defaulting on their debt. We got inflation data. But for Canada, we have labor force, their employment situation. And for the States, we have their employment situation. So those will probably be the three big things that can move the market. And of course, any dialogue, any releases, any commentary about what happened today, both in we have Italy and Spain, and they're now, they're the new Greece. They're coming to the forefront, and of course that affected the U.S. market also. We would like to thank you for watching our FXcast market analysis. As we continue to improve and make adjustments so that you're getting value from our videos, we want you to take the time to give us feedback, give us comments, send us questions about what you would like to see in our videos, and you can send those comments and feedbacks to analysis@fxcast.com, or you can post to our daily forum. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.